What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back for some more Oddsparks. Alright, what do I want to do this episode? Well, I should probably get some path tiles set up, stone plates, and explosives, and at least do that. But what I really want to do, and I think I'm gonna do, is I want to go over here into the dense forest section over here, and I want to kind of get started on something involving the furnaces, you know? Uh, so we're going to go ahead and head over that way. Might set up a waypoint over here as well. Maybe over here. Whatever. Let's go ahead and head over in this general direction. First, go. Hey, look at that. You just got a kill. Good for you guys. Yeah, so I want to do something. Oh yeah, I set these guys up because I've got two rock terrans over here. I want to set up a... You know what? Let's see here. A little bit overkill, but that's fine. Hang on, don't I have some puffy sparks? I don't need to do this. Okay, anyway, yeah, but I'd like to go over to the forest over here and see about potentially setting up a furnace stack. I had an idea. I don't know if it's going to work out just yet, but I had an idea about setting up some stuff for that. And, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. It's actually good that we ran into them, because we do need, what, 2 of those shells for every one of those we're going to make, I think? Yeah, so that'll give us enough for 4, which should help with at least a proof of concept for what I want to do. Alright. Hello, Terran. Goodbye. Another one there. Oh, another 2 there, actually. Oh, very cool. Let's set up another sign here just 'cause. And I don't want to put one of those there, so I don't know. There, you can have that. And I'll just remember what it is using my vast intellect. Just kidding. Alright, so first let's set up getting the perimeter of this little forest area. And, yeah, we'll go from there. I'm going to need more ladders, apparently. Alright, lots of logging opportunities. I'll need some kind of a flat surface to try and do what I want to do. So we'll be on the lookout for something like that, I'm thinking. Of course, sirens go off the second I start to record an episode. Lucky me. I don't even know how much you guys can hear the sirens, to be honest, but either way. So we do have regular ancient bases here. So, I don't know, maybe if we want to set up some other basic spark production, we could do something like that. Certainly a good deal of logs down here. If we could find a flat spot to work with over there, that would probably be for the best. I don't know how many of these, like, tree harvesters I'm going to need for my little setup. I suppose it all depends on how many furnaces I'd like to get going. That probably would be the biggest thing to figure out. Looking like a lot of the trees are on elevated areas, which is a little interesting. It's not that big a deal, though. Okay, and then we've hit the ice biome, which I've kind of already seen. At least a little bit, anyway. This place isn't too bad. It's relatively flat. It's near some trees. We just have to clear a little bit of this out. It's also got a couple ancient bases nearby. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot. We could work with this, I think. Let's just continue with our exploration. Just a little bit. Alright. Getting close to the end here. Hey, no flying allowed. Field spunny. Get back to your little area. Alright, so we're back to the mountains. A-okay. Okay, so yeah, I think this little area is probably going to be alright. Is that how you can tell the difference between the elevated land and the not elevated land? There's a slightly lighter shade of green right here. That looks like it's the... Yeah, that's the elevated section. Okay, so you can tell what is elevated and what isn't when you're looking at this area from the map. So this whole section is going to be elevated right here. This is going to be lowland area. This is probably going to be a little elevated section. Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, I should probably go pick up some more boomy sparks, shouldn't I? Would probably be a good idea. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to need all of these, but guess we'll see. I know we're going to need at least 2 of these guys, probably. Man, am I already out of crafty sparks? Wild. I'm going to have to go get more of them, too. I could set up a warp over here, which I'm going to do that, actually. That's a good idea. It's here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Small waypoint's okay. We'll just set it up no, that direction. Sure, why not? Do the usual. Get our little receivers. Alright. There we go. Wire you up. Get ourselves a crate. Put that right there. Rotate it the right way. Alright. We could just put these in here, I guess. That's fine. Then we'll need to get... I don't have a carry spark on me. Or a stumpy spark, huh? There you go. You can have that. Okay, and you're going to be... I don't know. You know what? Actually, you should be charcoal. Since that's what I'm planning on producing over here. Okay. That is fine. So, we're going to need crafty sparks. We're going to need more boomy sparks. Yeah. Let's go. And we'll also need to set up our things. Here we go. Let's put this right here, I guess. Sure. Thankfully, I had another another charcoal on me. There we go. So that should be good to go. Yes, good to go. Did I put the right thing in there? I don't think I did. That's okay. Whatever. It's fine. Oh, right. Duh. Help if I wired it up, huh? And... Yes, yes, no? Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's take... I just have to go up here, so I guess I could go for this one. Alright. To the north. Beautiful. Okay. So, let's go ahead and grab, I don't know, 50 of you? Sure. We'll need more hauling and more carry sparks. That shouldn't be a problem. Come up here, grab some more hauling sparks. I feel like it's been a little while since I've actually set up, something that wasn't involving automating sparks, you know? Just me? Yeah, 45 is probably fine. How many we got in here? Oops. Grab some from there, no problemo. Let's just grab some from here and help out this whole line, huh? Okay, so now we need to grab some more crafty sparks. So let's grab those. You know, if I were less lazy, I would probably set up more of a consolidated area for some things. Unfortunately, I am lazy. Okay, we got a lot of these guys here. Here, you can take these. Alright, so we got 27 crafty sparks. That should be enough, I think. I should do something with this quartz, shouldn't I? It's just kind of clogging up my inventory. Did I have any more quests, or did I turn in all my quartz quests? I did turn in all of my quartz quests. Okay, so I don't need all this quartz. Let's throw all this away, because I don't need that in there. A lot of this stuff I don't need in here. Alright, that works. We might need the quartz later on, so that's why I'm not trashing it. go back over here. Way to go. Okay, so let's see here. First and foremost, we're going to need to set up a furnace. So I want to... The idea is I want to have... Well, first off... Hang on just a second. You take 3 wood in order to do that, huh? I think we could get away with having just a single path here. We could set up an amount filter here for 20. I think that's going to be good. So this is 22.5 a minute. So this should work to... How long is it going to take for you to get all 20? Okay, so you only end up burning, what, 3 or 4 fuel by the time it takes for you to get a full stack of 20? That's not that bad. Yeah, you only burn 3 by the time it takes for the tree to run through replenishing 20 stacks again. That's not that bad. Okay, so we're producing coal here. That's good. Now, the next question is how many furnaces could we realistically have set up to be fed off of one furnace producing coal? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to try and figure this out, huh? I've got enough for at least 2. Unfortunately, we can't afford to do another one because we need more shells, but as far as the layout is concerned, this should be fine. What I would like to do is... First, you're going to go here. We're going to feed off this way, I think. We can feed the wood in directly from this, like this way. Right, like that. And... we can have a split. No. Because I still have to do the pickups too. Which, I want to do the pickup into one consolidated location, I think. Or the drop-off, rather. So, we could just do something like this as an impromptu kind of a thing. Set that up. And it's going to be messy, but I mean, we could also just do this. And then put a splitter in here, like so. So you're going to go this way, you're going to go this way, you're going to go this way. Set up amount filters here for 20. Well, would we want to do 20? I don't know. We probably wouldn't even need to. you've consumed 2 fuel in the time it's taken... I don't even know. So that should be fine as far as the quantities are concerned. If he grabs 20, he'll be able to supply these two, no problem. Because by the time it took for him to actually replenish that 20 stock off what we have going here, it only burned, what, 2, 3 fuel? That's not that bad. Yeah, that's not that bad. Okay. So, as far as the wood is concerned, supplying enough wood is also going to be a problem, I think. So, I might want to set up 2? Do I want to set up 2 different guys for this? Because if that's the case, then I would need to set up, yeah, because this is still kind of slowing down as far as keeping up with the amount of wood supplied from just one logger. Well, then again... Okay, so this takes 3 wood every single time. So if you divide this amount by 3, 90, that's 30 a minute for supplying this. So that's barely enough to keep up with 1 furnace. Am I reading that right? So it might even be that you need a tree for every single furnace regardless. That doesn't seem right, though. You know? It seems like it's wrong. For now, though, let's get a big barrel over here. I mean, I don't even know if this is going to be overkill as far as producing coal is concerned anyway. I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure you need a lot of coal for a lot of different stuff later on. So, yeah. This is working just fine, though. Like, the initial production. If it ends up becoming less efficient to run it this way, i.e. feeding one furnace into multiple furnaces like this, which it looks like it's gonna be, I might just convert it to where each logger is supplying 1 furnace and only 1 furnace, because this over here is running at maximum efficiency. This is... there's too much being produced, if anything. Whereas this one, it's struggling. It's struggling to kind of keep up. The fuel isn't the problem. It's just the loggers, which is the only real issue. Now, if I had... maybe instead of doing hauler, it would be better to use like a procession of carry sparks, but I don't know. If there was less path for them to travel down, that might be better. Possibly. Yeah, because as it stands, they're just using up the wood too quickly, you know? Yeah, it looks like you're going to need a logger for each furnace. Because another thing is it's not even producing 20 wood in the time it takes for it to do one drop-off. So by the time it comes back here, it's not even a full stack. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to do one logger for one furnace. At least as far as providing wood to be turned into coal. The fueling is working great, though. And I could even do other things, like one thing that I thought of is if I set up one-ways like this, and then set them up with capacity sensors. Well, first I have to see if this even works. Not pointed there, anyway. What about pointed there? Okay, yeah, that works. Wait, no, that's registering coal, not fuel. I want it to register the fuel, not the coal. Is there a place that I can put this so that it will see the fuel and not the coal? I don't think there is. Unless it's like something stupid like here. Nope. Interesting. Okay. Well, that kind of puts a damper in my theoretical plan. My idea was that I would use a capacity sensor to see how much fuel was in a furnace, and if there was at least one fuel, it would then turn the one-way on, but that is not a thing, apparently, which is a little annoying. Okay, well, that's not going to work then. Okay, how could I do this then? I could set it up with... I could set it up with an item amount filter, but I don't know if that's the thing I want to do. So, like, if I set it up like this, where if I say you've got... less than or equal to... two? No, that wouldn't work. $19? Equal to or greater than 19? No, that doesn't seem right either. And I don't know. I don't know. I guess I would need to figure out how many furnaces a single furnace producing coal would be able to realistically fuel. And right now it's looking like, well, a lot. I mean, just looking at how much it's producing to how much it's spending, I mean, I might be able to get away with 9 furnaces, potentially, fueled off of one producing coal. Is that how the math works out? Is the math mathing? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go beat up some more rock terrans and see about throwing some more of these down, huh? And then, eventually, I might need to think about setting up a farm for those, which, for that, I would need to set up either a train or something. I don't know. I mean, I suppose I could... Oh, I don't have any more ladders. Well, that's a shame. Okay. Oops. Rock Terrans? Any Rock Terrans in here? No? Oh, there's one. Alright, so 8, looks like. Man, I don't even know how I would do automation of killing Terrans. I would have to set up the timing on... Yeah, I would have to set up the timing on how to throw potentially 8 at a time. I mean, I guess I could get away with throwing 10, but I would have to make sure that it supplies sparks pretty regularly. Of course, I could set up an inventory system to where it'll only actually shoot if it has 10. That's probably the smartest way to do it. A little silly doing that, but apparently I need to do stuff like that. Alright, you two. Yep, 8. Good to know. Alright, that's enough for 4 more. Not too bad. Really probably should set up my ladders in a supply chest. I thought I already did. Could have sworn I did. It was here. Man, I could have sworn I did. I mean, I guess I didn't, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's try to set up a theoretical limit for how much you can supply as far as the coal is concerned. This might actually be a situation where it would be better to use carry sparks instead of hauling sparks. But I don't know. I don't know. Setting up a loop would actually be a better idea, potentially. Maybe. I mean, I could do that. It's not that hard. Shouldn't be, anyway. Theoretically. Okay, so... let's get some of you guys out here and take some of this stuff out. I mean, realistically, the way it's looking like is it's just not going to work with one logger for 2. It's it's looking like it's one logger to one furnace. So for now, let's just, I don't know, do this for now, and we'll see where it goes. So it could still work if I just do this. Would I want a one-way here? I mean, I don't even know if that really serves a purpose. Maybe having an item filter would be better. Like, you could only go that way if you have 0. Or no, it'd need to be the other way. So, supply, keep supplying. Well, that's 5 furnaces set up. We're almost up to 22, so yeah, no, that's pretty comfortably feeding 5 furnaces off of 1 furnace producing coal, which is pretty good. Entirely necessary, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, that works, but it's a little silly that we're using 1 tree for 1 furnace, but I guess technically I could split it up and just work it the exact same way that I'm doing with this one. It's just not 100% efficient, is the problem. But, I mean, how much do I really care about that? I don't know. I mean, that works. I mean, it's kind of brute forcing it, but it works. Yeah, this might be an instance where it would be better to use carry sparks. Just because they would be able to trickle in the amounts slightly differently, you know? It would be less consolidated to one line or the other. You know what? We could test this pretty easily, I think. We would also want to set up an item filter here to only allow empty. So that way there's less going back and forth and whatnot. Okay, so let's grab, I don't know, 20? And we'll need to obviously get rid of this. Missed it. So they'll be able to distribute like so. That might be enough to actually keep them, but I also don't know if the tree is going to be able to keep up with the amount of sparks we're sending through. We'll see. We'll see. Ah, we've already encountered a problem. Getting backed up here if they're full. So, get rid of that. So what I could potentially do is set up, how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That might work. So that way they'll drop off at the first opportunity, and if they can't drop off, then they'll keep looping back. They're probably going to get stuck. Yeah, I can see them already starting to kind of get stuck here. I mean, eventually they're going to exit the line. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. You'd think that there would be a somewhat even distribution, but I guess not. They're all just kind of getting stuck on the left side. That's interesting how that's working. I guess it's mostly because this one will stay stocked more than this one. Yeah. So, okay, that's not going to work. Whatever, we'll just let them do their thing then. So you're full. Oh, it's because I never set up the drop or the pickup from here. Duh. barely keeping up. Barely keeping up. I mean, it certainly seems like it's running more efficiently than this side. This side, we've consistently got at least one of them off, if not both of them. So maybe it is better to have the carry sparks in this particular example. Maybe. Alright, well, if that's the case, let's see how this works then. I don't think I'm going to need 20 on this line, but let's go with 10 for now. Oh, of course we have to get rid of this. I don't think 10's going to be enough, though. We might need at least 15 on this line. Maybe 14. I think you'd want to have the numbers be divisible between the amount that you're trying to distribute amongst. Could be wrong. I mean, first off, how much coal do we even have? A lot. I don't think we need to worry about this too much, actually. I think this is okay. At least as far as what we've got going. Should I just keep this one here? I don't think there's much reason to really get rid of it. We'll keep it for now, but as far as 4 coal-producing furnaces are concerned, it's not that bad. Although I am starting to see some of these guys getting stuck with 1 wood apiece. And the way I would alleviate that is potentially an amount filter for 2. But I'm kind of worried that they'll just get stuck and not be able to leave the area, so to speak. I could make it so that they loop back around, maybe. Although, that might be easier said than done now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because I think I would want to... If they have 1, they go that way. Would that work? I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think it will. No, because they'll just get back on the right-hand path without doing that, so that's not going to work. Okay. Well, if this experiment doesn't work, then I'll just go back to 1 tree for every furnace, and that'll be fine. Because, I mean, this is working just fine. Either way, we've produced, 800 coal in, I don't know, 20 minutes? It's not that bad. I suppose if I was really curious about how much coal we've been producing, I could check here. Okay, so in the last 10 minutes, we've gotten up to 72 plus. Last hour, we're getting up there. We're doing 70 plus a minute for production, just off of 4 technically 5 active running machines. I mean, considering I'm not really using coal at all, that seems okay for now. It's a very rudimentary setup, and I can definitely make it better. Funnily enough, I bet if I replaced the stone path with dirt path, it would give them enough time to maybe produce more wood at the output. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. I am just guessing. Here, let's put another barrel here. Just to collect all that. But anyway, that's going to do it for that episode. If you guys liked it, feel free to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, so on and so forth. I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.